Thank you for joining us. During this video, we will discuss the operations and utilization of the pplus app, our iPad-based line management system. The designated person in charge of preparing the rigs for the weekend should make sure that the iPads and the MiFis are plugged in and charging in preparation for the clinics. It is just as important to check to be sure that the correct dates and times are loaded into the iPads. To do this, you'll start by turning on the MiFis and iPads. Once they are all up and running, you will log into the iPads using the password pplus. Once in, you must first check to be sure the iPads are connected to the internet through the MiFis. To do this, touch the settings icon and look for the Wi-Fi field. Under Choose a Network, ensure that the MiFi you have matches the name with the check mark next to it on the iPad. The name of each MiFi is listed on the bottom along with its password. If the correct MiFi is not showing, select it by touching the name on the iPad. You will then enter the password into the field that pops up. Once entered, select Join and wait for the selected MiFi to turn blue and have a check mark next to it. This means you are successfully connected to the proper MiFi. From there, you will press the Home button on the iPad, which will bring you back to the home screen. To log into pplus, touch the app with the paw logo. Use your designated email and password to log into the pplus system. Be sure to touch Login and not Offline mode at this time. Once logged into the app, you will see a list of the clinics in your district. To check to see if the dates and times for your upcoming clinics are loaded, select Clinic Hours from the left navigation bar, then touch Select Clinic in the upper left corner of that screen. This will bring up a list of all of the clinic dates and times loaded into the system currently. Please note that it is not as important that the time of the clinic be correct for the app to function properly. If the date is not there, however, the app will not work. If you do not see the date of the specific clinic, please contact your DM to get it corrected. DM should contact the regional director and the executive assistant for help correcting this. When arriving at the clinic, the first step is to turn on the MiFi and find a place to put it that's near the front window of the store and out of reach of customers. It's ideal to find a place to plug it in as well. Several stores have vending machines near the front windows that are plugged in and have another outlet available. Often, these have areas where the MiFi can be placed out of the customer's view. Another option is to ask the store to plug the MiFi in at the registers if they are close to the entrance or windows and if it's receiving a good signal. The iPads do not have to have the MiFi within sight in order to hold a connection. At this point, you are ready to start checking in customers. Touch the paw icon on the home screen to open the pplus app. If not already logged in, you will do so by entering your designated district email and password. Once in the application, scroll to the store and select it by touching anywhere in the field. Prior to signing a customer up, it's important to ask them if they have their cell phone on them and didn't leave it in the car or at home. Once that is confirmed, you will select Make Appointment on the store screen. Today's date should autofill, but if it's not there, touch the Appointment Date field and select the proper date. You will then enter the customer's contact information into the designated fields. Customer name, cell phone number with area code, how many pets they have with them for vaccines today, and whether or not any of those animals have had a previous vaccine reaction. Once all of the information is entered, select the Save button. At this point, several things should be relayed to the customer. You may now go and shop or take your dog for a walk. Please make sure your cell phone is on and the volume is loud enough for you to hear in the store. You will receive a text now confirming sign up. If you do not receive that text within the next minute or two, please let me know as soon as possible. You're going to receive 2 texts when it is your turn, one letting you know to make your way back into the store if you leave, and another when it's actually your turn. Please be sure to listen for them. Please do not head to the clinic area until you receive the text. For the safety of the animals, we try to keep that area clear and calm. The customer will receive this text. You are now ready to sign in the next customer. If the customer does not have a cell phone or does not have their cell phone with them, you will still enter them into the system. Enter their first name, a brief description of what they are wearing, and type of dog. For example, Barbara Red Shirt Dalmatian, or Ted Blue Shirt Yorkie. You will then enter all 9s for the cell phone number and save the appointment. This will signal to the CA that this person does not have a phone and to look for them and call out their name when it's their turn. This customer should be given an approximate wait time and told not to go far from the CA table once that amount of time has passed. The wait time can be estimated based on the client's appointment number and multiplying by 3. See the SOP for further details. It is important to ask every customer whether any of their pets have had a prior vaccine reaction. If so, the client should be informed that for the safety of their pet, they should take it to a private vet for vaccines. If you select yes for prior vaccine reaction and attempt to save the appointment, the system will not allow it. The host position should continue to log customers in. During any lulls in the client flow, the host should float to the other positions to assist while keeping an eye on any new clients coming in. The CA will log into the system the same way as previously mentioned and navigate to the store. Once in the store, they will press the View Appointments button. This will bring up the list of customers that the host has signed up so far. Each client will have a yellow staging button next to their name. There are 3 texts that can be sent to the client by the CA. The staging text will inform the customer to come back into the store if they've left the area and notify them that it's almost their turn. The notify text will advise the client that it's now their turn and to check in with the CA. And the final notify is available if the client does not come up to the CA after the first 2 texts. The 3rd text is optional and can be skipped. The CA will control the pace of the clinic by texting customers typically between 3 to 5 at a time. It's important to note how many pets each client has when texting and pacing the line. If the first 5 clients have 1 pet each, you can text all 5 and hand out clipboards. If the first 2 clients have 2 pets each, then it's more effective to text only the first 3 clients, making approximately 5 pets, as it will not take the clients longer to fill out the forms, but for the CA to discuss each pet's needs. As the customers come forward and check in with the CA must confirm that the clients that did come forward are in fact the correct customers that were texted. Use the View Appointments screen to ask each customer that comes up their name and place them in the proper order in line as you hand out the clipboards. If a customer comes forward that has not yet been texted, politely explain to them that it's not yet their turn and to listen for their text. You may also want to inform them that you're currently servicing other customers and approximately how much longer their wait will be. As the clients finish their paperwork, the CAs will help them throughout their entire transaction as usual. As one CA finishes with a client, they will monitor the number of pets in line and determine how many more clients to text. Keep the flow going as each CA finishes with the client and texts more. There should typically be 3 to 5 pets in line at each time. We've found that if there are more than 5 people in line, customers will have a tendency to want to line up behind them, so keeping the line short but efficient is important. If at any point during the clinic the internet goes down or the system freezes for more than a few minutes, it is possible to continue the clinics using offline mode. Prior to offline mode being used, you should first log out of the app, log back in, and try again. If this doesn't work, press the log out button along the left navigation bar and log into offline mode by simply touching the offline mode button. The other team members should be notified to go offline as well. It's important to note that the host can still sign people into the system, however, when in offline mode, but the iPads do not communicate with each other, so the CAs will not see any new clients coming in. The CAs will navigate to the view mode through the clinic page. This will show them the current list of clients, and they can begin calling clients by name as texting will not work in offline mode. They can continue to work through the system as each client is assisted, so they keep track of where they are in the line of clients. The host will continue to take clients' names and numbers just as before. However, the clients will not receive any text messages. Once the host finds a comfortable stopping point, they should try again to log into the system and then to troubleshoot by shutting off the MiFi and restarting it. If that doesn't work, try restarting the iPad. If none of the above works, continue in offline mode for the remainder of the clinic. If you are able to correct the issue and get back into online mode, the host should inform the CAs to also log back into the system. Once logged back in, a pop-up will appear on the screen, notifying of any clients that need to be synced. At this point, navigate to the Sync button along the left navigation bar, then press the Sync button in the upper right corner of the screen. The appointments will disappear as they are synced to the live clinic. This will trigger the confirmation text to the clients. Any customers that have moved to the completion of their appointment during offline mode will not receive any text messages. You can then navigate back to the clinic by tapping the Clinics button along the navigation bar and continue the clinic as usual. It's important to note that although you may have used offline mode at one store, PetPass should have no issues working at other stores the same day and should be used at all other stores on the run. It is also the expectation that PetPass be used at all clinics no matter the pet count. In the next segment, we will demonstrate how an actual clinic should flow with PetPass and clients. This first scenario will replicate how to operate PetPass in a clinic when you are fully staffed. This means one host, 2 CAs, and a tech. When the team first arrives at a clinic, typically there will be customers waiting. The host should immediately take their iPad and begin signing clients into the system while the CAs and tech begin setting up the store. Once all clients are in the PetPass system, the host will help the team finish setting up.
Good afternoon. Welcome to our clinic. I'm going to check you in and reserve your spot in line, and as soon as we're ready for you, our customer assistants will send you a text message and you will return to their station. Could I get your first name, please?
Sure. Caroline.
Great, Caroline. What is your cell phone number?
555-1212.
And how many pets are you bringing in today?
2.
Great. Have either of them ever had any vaccination reactions?
No, they haven't.
Great. All right, so you should be receiving a confirmation text. If you'll just verify that with me to make sure I entered your information in correctly. You're more than welcome to do a little bit of shopping, take your pet outside to use the restroom, and if you don't mind, just stay clear of the doctor's station until we're ready for you.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right, great. Thank you. Hello. Hi. Welcome to our clinic. I'm going to check you in. This will reserve your spot in line, and as soon as we're ready for you, we'll send you a text message.
Okay.
What's your first name?
My name's Carla.
Okay.
But I don't have a cell phone.
You don't have a cell phone.
No, I
That's
don't.
perfectly fine. I'm still going to enter you into our system, and then I'll make a special note of what you're wearing so that our customer assistants will know who you are.
Okay.
Great. And how many pets are you bringing in today?
2.
2. Awesome. Have either of them ever had issues with vaccines in the past?
Nope.
Okay, you should, if you want to stroll around, do a little bit of shopping, you're more than welcome to. And as soon as we're ready for you, they'll announce your name, and just stay clear of the doctor's station until we're ready for you.
Okay, sounds good.
Great, thank you.
Thanks.
Hello.
Hi.
All right, I'm going to check you in to our system right here, and as soon as we're ready for you, we'll send you a text message alerting you to come back to our customer assistance. Okay? All right. What's your first name?
Regina.
Regina. And what is your cell phone number?
555-0492.
Awesome. And how many pets are you bringing in today?
Just one.
Great. Have either of your pets ever had issues with vaccines in the past?
No.
Great. So you should receive your initial confirmation text, if you'll just confirm that with me, making sure I put your information in correctly. Whenever you receive your second text message, just return to our customer assistants. And if you're more than welcome to stroll around, do a little bit of shopping, and just stay clear of the doctor's station until we're ready for you.
Okay.
Okay, great. Thank you. Good afternoon. Welcome to our clinic. I'm going to reserve your spot in line, and as soon as we're ready for you, we'll send you out a text message. Could I get your first name, please?
Lori.
Lori. And your cell phone number?
555-9999.
Great. And how many pets today?
1.
1. Has your pet ever had issues with vaccines in the past?
Come to think of it, yes.
He has? Okay. In a situation such as that, we typically recommend that you go see a full-service veterinarian. That way they can monitor your pet properly, okay?
Oh, darn.
Thanks for coming in today.
All right, thank you.
You're welcome. Hello.
Hello.
Welcome to our clinic. I'm going to reserve your spot in line. That way you can do a little bit of shopping, and as soon as we're ready for you, we'll send you a text message.
Okay.
Can I get your first name, please?
Rosanna.
Rosanna. And your cell phone number?
333-9898.
Great. And how many pets today?
3.
3. And has your pet ever had any issues with vaccines in the past?
Not that I'm aware of.
Alrighty, you should receive an initial confirmation text. If you would, just make sure the volume is fully turned up on your phone for me. You're more than welcome to stroll around the store, do a little bit of shopping, and if you don't mind, just stay clear of the veterinary station until we're ready for you.
Okay.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
If a crew member calls in sick and you only have 3 people on your rig, you can still use PetPass. In this scenario, we will show you how. When the team arrives to customers waiting, one CA will assume the host role and begin signing in customers while the other CA and tech set up the clinic. Once the waiting customers have been signed into the system, the host or CA will assist the rest of the team while completing the setup. For the remainder of the clinic, the CAs will juggle the host duties of texting customers, helping customers, and signing in any new customers that come into the line.